Deep within each of us resides a quiet yearning, a longing for something more. This is the call of our soul's truth, beckoning us toward a life of purpose and authenticity. This journey inward, this exploration of our deepest selves is the essence of individuation, a concept beautifully articulated by Carl Jung. It's a process of becoming whole, of integrating all parts of ourselves, the light and the shadow, to live a life that is truly our own. This journey isn't about achieving perfection or reaching a final destination. It's about embracing the messy, beautiful unfolding of who we are meant to be. It's about listening to the whispers of our hearts and having the courage to follow where they lead. It's about showing up as our true selves, even when it's scary, even when we're unsure. This journey requires us to cultivate self-awareness. We must learn to pay attention to our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. What brings us joy? What drains our energy? What stories do we tell ourselves, and are they serving us? As we deepen our self-awareness, we begin to hear the whispers of our soul more clearly. We start to recognize the call to live a more authentic life. A life aligned with our values, passions, and purpose. This is the journey we are about to embark on together. A journey inward toward the truth of who we are. The journey inward often begins with a subtle unease, a feeling that something isn't quite right. We may experience this as a general sense of discontent, a lack of fulfillment in our work or relationships, or a persistent feeling that we're not living up to our potential. We might try to ignore these feelings, to numb them with distractions or busyness, but the truth is, these feelings are our soul's way of getting our attention. They are signposts pointing us toward a deeper truth. They're invitations to wake up to our own lives. This discontent might manifest as a restlessness, a craving for something more. Perhaps we feel drawn to new interests, hobbies, or spiritual practices. Maybe we find ourselves questioning our beliefs, values, or life choices. These are not signs that something is wrong with us. Rather, they are indications that we are ready for something more. We are ready to shed old patterns, beliefs, and behaviors that no longer serve us. We are ready to grow, to evolve, to step into a more authentic version of ourselves. Our dreams offer a powerful portal into our unconscious mind. Carl Jung believed that dreams are a way for our unconscious to communicate with us, to reveal hidden aspects of ourselves and offer guidance on our journey. Pay attention to your dreams. Keep a dream journal by your bed and jot down any images, feelings, or symbols that stand out. Don't worry about interpreting them right away. Simply allow the images to surface and see what insights emerge. Recurring dreams often hold significant meaning. They may be trying to tell us something important about ourselves or our current life situation. A dream that evokes strong emotions, whether positive or negative, is also worth exploring. If you feel drawn to dream work, consider working with a therapist or dream analyst who can help you unlock the messages hidden within your dreams. According to Jung, the shadow self is an unconscious aspect of our personality that the conscious ego does not identify with. It contains all the parts of ourselves that we deem unacceptable, undesirable, or unworthy. These might include negative traits like anger, selfishness, or jealousy, as well as positive qualities that we have disowned, such as creativity, vulnerability, or assertiveness. We often try to suppress or deny our shadow, pushing it deep down into our unconscious, but the shadow always finds a way to surface, often in unhealthy or destructive ways. We might project our shadow onto others, judging them for the very qualities we dislike in ourselves, or we might engage in self-sabotaging behaviors that keep us stuck and prevent us from living our full potential. The path to wholeness lies in befriending our shadow. This doesn't mean condoning negative behaviors, but rather acknowledging and integrating these disowned parts of ourselves. When we can embrace our shadow with compassion and understanding, we reclaim our wholeness and step into our authentic power. Section 5, the value of vulnerability, befriending fear and shame. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, something to be avoided at all costs. But in truth, vulnerability is the birthplace of courage, creativity, and connection. It is the willingness to show up as our authentic selves, even when we feel afraid or uncertain. Shame, on the other hand, thrives in secrecy and silence. It tells us that we are flawed, unworthy, and unlovable. Shame thrives on secrecy and silence. It makes us believe that we are alone in our struggles. When we have the courage to be vulnerable, to share our stories and imperfections, we break down the walls of shame and create space for connection and healing. We realize that we're not alone in our struggles. We discover the power of empathy and compassion both for ourselves and for others. Section 6. Living authentically. Aligning actions with values. Living authentically means aligning our actions with our core values. It means showing up in the world as our true selves without pretense or apology. This requires us to get clear on what truly matters to us. What do we stand for? What brings us joy and fulfillment? Once we have a better understanding of our values, we can start making choices that are aligned with them. This might mean setting boundaries in our relationships, pursuing work that is meaningful to us, or making time for activities that nourish our souls. Living authentically is not about being perfect. It's about being true to ourselves, even when it's hard. It's about making choices that reflect who we are at our core. Section 7. The power of trust. Listening to your intuition. Deep within each of us resides an inner knowing, a wise and intuitive voice that guides us toward our highest good. This voice is subtle, often drowned out by the noise of our thoughts, fears, and doubts. Learning to trust our intuition requires us to cultivate stillness and silence in our lives. It means taking time to connect with ourselves through practices like meditation, journaling, or spending time in nature. As we quiet our minds and learn to listen to the whispers of our hearts, we develop a deeper trust in our own inner guidance. We begin to make decisions from a place of intuition and alignment rather than fear or doubt. Section 8. The journey continues. Embracing imperfection. The journey inward is not a linear path. There will be detours, roadblocks, and moments of self-doubt along the way. There will be times when we fall back into old patterns or make choices that don't serve us. It's important to remember that this is all part of the process. There is no right or wrong way to do this work. The key is to approach ourselves with compassion and curiosity, to view our setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth. When we can embrace our imperfections and view our journey as a spiral rather than a straight line, we open ourselves up to the transformative power of self-acceptance. Section 9. Conclusion. A life unveiled. The journey inward is a lifelong adventure. It is a process of continuous unfolding, of discovering new layers of ourselves as we grow and evolve. It is a journey of courage, vulnerability, and self-discovery. As we move through this journey, we begin to experience a profound sense of freedom and liberation. We let go of the need to please others or conform to societal expectations. We step into our authentic power and embrace the messy, beautiful, and perfectly imperfect beings that we are. This is the gift of the journey inward. It is a journey that leads us back to ourselves, to the truth of who we are, and the limitless potential that lies within.